Hi everyone, I'm Erin Dugan from Fox 56 Sports and welcome to the High School Hoops pregame report. Tonight, it's a Wyoming Valley Conference clash between Wilkes-Barre Meyers and Berwick. The Bulldogs started the season strong, winning 12 of their first 13 games, but they've been struggling a bit down the stretch. This will be the first time the Mohawks and Bulldogs have met in 7 seasons. Their last meeting was in December of 2010. Meyers is the defending District 2 AA champs and are competing now as a AAA school. Time now to get you out to tonight's High School Hoops.
It's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY, brought to you by Wendy's.
Welcome to Berwick High School for the last week of their regular season as the Mohawks get set to take on the Bulldogs. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined courtside tonight by Doug Walsh. And Doug, let's first take a look at the Wyoming Valley Conference Division II standings. GAR's at the top, a slim lead over Meyers. For Meyers, though, an uphill battle to get that top spot.
Well, they got to go to GAR later on this week, and then Hazleton. They need to win 3 in a row. It starts here tonight. They got to win the first one of 3.
To get that first one tonight, Jawan Buckner needs a good game.
He's an excellent defender. He's got great hands. He jumps out of the gym. He rebounds well for his size. He's coming off a 17-point performance against Tunkhannock and the 15-point win the other night.
On the flip side, Berwick has lost 5 of their last 7. They're still in it, though, in the district standings, but they're looking for a big game for their guard, Damon Beckhorn.
Junior, scorer's mentality, gets into the lane with a drive, draws contact, been to the line 119 times, second leading scorer with 13 plus a game, and he can shoot the 3. He's also got 21 of those on the year.
You had a chance to talk to both coaches. They sent you some keys to the game. Let's first start with Meyers.
Yeah, Meyers. If you're Meyers, Pat Toole's concern is keeping Beckhorn out of the lane. He wants to control the inside, control the paint. Meyers has a size advantage with Sewells and Gilgallen, so you'll see them go inside quite often. On the flip side, if you're Berwick, offensive efficiency is the key. They like to run, but they'll have to set up in the half court, and when they do, they have to be patient and execute. And secondly, they can't give up second chance points. They have a size advantage for Meyers. They must keep them off the glass.
Well, it's a Valentine's night special. It's kind of a blind date. These two teams haven't met in 7 years, but it should be an exciting one. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
And we are back, starting lineups being introduced on the floor. And there you see at the top the 2 big guys, 6'4" seniors, Gilgallen and Sewells. Then you have Ramola, who's changed his number now. He's number 5 right here. And then you have DeSoy and Buckner. On the flip side, the Berwick Bulldogs coming in 14-6 overall. They were the runner-ups last year in District 2 AAA. Goddard's the biggest guy underneath. Matt Champ is a guard, but he likes to play up top. Then you have Marco, Beckhorn, and Marshman. Meyers is coached by Pat Toole, his 13th season. He's won 3 District 2 champions, and he's been a 5-time Wyoming Valley Conference Coach of the Year. On the other side for the Bulldogs, Jason Kingery in his 6th season overall. 12-8 a year ago, runner-up, Doug, in the District 2 AAA. Lost to Prep in the finals, kind of surprised some people, but he brings a lot of energy. And for Berwick, which is known as a football town, their basketball is on the map now.
He's trying to put, I was just going to say, he's putting them on the map. He's been here 6 years, gradually gotten better and better each year. He's done a great job here, bringing basketball to Berwick as well as football.
So our referees tonight, Mike Amory, Eric Lawson, Gerald Kostreva, and they will get a workout as this will be an up and down affair. Matt Champ to jump against Sewells. And we are underway in Berwick. Matt DeSoy, the 5'10" senior, he'll have the ball.
Little 1-3-1 zone by Berwick to start. Trying to keep the ball out of the lane.
Cut off by Sewells. Outside, Buckner. for 3.
Good start by Meyers on the road. Into the post to Sewells. He looks opposite. Finds him for the jumper.
Here's Berwick in the white, coming off a overtime win against Dallas. Cut it back.
Good start for both teams. Berwick goes man-to-man now this trip. They'll switch it up. They'll play 3-2 zone. They'll play 1-3-1. They'll play man-to-man. Keep Berwick off balance. Or Meyers off balance, I'm sorry.
Sewells a little bit of an inside player, and Buckner has the lane, puts it up. So he's got all 5 early on for the Mohawks.
He's so good at getting the ball into the lane, beating his man off the dribble. He's so quick. Meyers straight man-to-man on the defensive end.
Goddard, he'll step out and hit the threes. That's a 17th on the season.
Coach Toole said he worries about the three-point shot for Berwick. They've made more than Meyers has shot this year, so they want to get out on the shooters.
Sewell's not afraid to launch one either. Bulldogs up tempo.
Yeah, both teams want to run and push the ball up the floor.
Gets some room inside, but Beckhorn is knocked away. Sewell's nifty pass to Gilgallen. 2-point lead for the Mohawks.
LeBron Sewells handles the ball real well from a big man. Rebounded it, took it all the way to the 3-on-1 the other way and found Gilgallen.
Both of these teams will be in the District 2 4A playoffs. Just a matter of where they will be seated. Downtown, Matt Champ, 29-3 of the year.
They're really good at shooting threes, Berwick. They're confident. They shoot a lot of them, especially here. They play well here, and they shoot it well here.
Had a stretch where Berwick lost 5 in a row. But I think they have righted the ship at the right time. Meyers coming off a win over Tunkhannock the other night, 58-43.
Yeah, Berwick started out winning their first 10, and then 2 out of the next 3, and then they lost 5 straight before beating Wyoming area and Dallas in the last 2 games. So they think they have the ship righted.
Oh, both guards having an easy time of getting it inside, and Coach Toole wants to call an early 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Well, that's exactly what Coach Toole was worried about. Driving it into the lane, keeping the players out of the lane. Here it is, you see him driving it hard and no help defense, pretty easily getting to the basket. That's too easy, and he got a little upset with that. It's too easy. You know, it's kind of a catch-22 for Meyers. They have to get to the shooters. They want to get up in the shooter's face, but they also have to stop the dribble penetration.
Well, there you see the Bulldogs. They average offensively, scoring 55 points per game, but in the last 7 games, they've only scored 50 per game. Now, on the defensive side, in the last 7, 5 of those they lost. Berwick has given up 58 points per game.
Yeah. You notice, too, in the last 2, though, they've been up in the middle 60s. Now, one of them was an overtime game, but they got it up into the 60s. That's where they want it to be.
Beckhorn, trifecta time.
Both teams hot as pistols coming out here in the first quarter.
22nd 3 of the year for Beckhorn. Formala underneath.
Yeah, good job by Robbie Formala. He saw that it was going to be an air ball. Got in position, got the rebound, laid it back in.
Averages 5.5 rebounds per game, just 6 foot tall.
He's an excellent defender, too, out on top. Good defense by Meyers, keeping the ball out of the lane.
Good cut inside, Goddard. Better pass from Champ.
A good job by Champ running that rebound down. Long shots lead long rebounds. Champ went and got it.
Souls tried to put it away with a slam.
Goddard got a hand on it, but couldn't come up with the steal.
Buckner on the floor. So our first time out, we'll catch our breath. Berwick with a 4-point lead over Meyers.
TV timeout.
Bob, you see here our marquee matchup tonight. Levon Sewell, 6'5", athletic, catches it in traffic, likes the 15-foot jumper, the mid-range jumper. He's a force on the glass. Berwick's gonna have their hands full keeping him off the glass. And Jude Goddard, 6'2" senior. He's averaging 16-plus points. He leads all scorers on Berwick. Does most of his damage from the inside. Pat Toole has all the respect in the world for him, putting Gilgallen, his best defender, on him.
Under 3 to play here in a up and down first quarter.
Kyle Pierce checks in. He's going to try to control the defensive glass for Berwick.
Meyers giving up 42 points per game on the defensive side, playing well of late. They've won 10 of their first 12 games. Then I've been on a roll ever since.
Good job
Souls
by
to
yeah.
Buckner.
Into the passing lane, gets out in transition, handles the ball well for a big man.
Buckner has 9 points already.
Berwick trying to execute their man offense. 4 out, 1 in, trying to spread the floor. Send some cutters, try to drive it, and then hit the spot-up jumper.
Here come the Mohawks back. DeSoy, the 5'10" senior, averaging 11 points per game, 4 assists per game.
You know, when a team runs against you like Meyers does, it's hard to offensive rebound because you got to hustle back on defense.
He can shoot out there. 23s on the year for the 6'4" senior Gilgallen. His first 3 of the night. And it's raining threes here, literally.
Entertaining.
5 threes so far between the teams. Mohawks have some numbers. Souls going in for the slam, but he's fouled.
Buckner was setting him up the whole way. He knew he was coming. Wanted to get the throw down. You see here, Buckner knows he's coming. And then that's a good foul. Make him make the 2 foul shots.
Shooting 2.
Souls goes to the line. Not a very good foul shooter. 39% on the year. That's it, Doug.
Yeah, he struggles here. That's why it's a good foul.
This is the first. Scored 18 points against Wyoming Seminary and in the opener against Scranton Prep. That's his high for the season.
Beckhorn has a seat. He was just talking to Sewell on the foul line saying, I don't think you're going to be dunking here tonight.
Very odd schedule this year in the Wyoming Valley Conference in these divisions. They play once against Division 2 and 1. No home and home like they used to do in Division 2. So hence they play Berwick, which is now in their division after being in Division 1 for a couple years. Got your running shoes on. We have a foul underneath, and looks like DeSoy will go to the line.
Yeah, Division 3 plays a home and home with everybody in their division, and they played Division 2, which is this division, and Division 1 plays a schedule everybody in their division, and they play everybody in Division 2. Coach Toole said he likes it because when he plays Division 3 teams, he doesn't get much competition. He likes playing up, but I think he might be the only one in the lower division that likes plays up, you know?
Yeah, we talked about their games this week. They were supposed to play Hazelton January 31st. That was snowed out. And then Sunday we had bad weather. They were supposed to play the Cougars again. Now that's been moved to Friday. And then if they tie,
Yeah,
Meyers and
right.
JR tie, they got to play Saturday for the finals
Yeah.
because seedings for District 2 are Monday.
Yeah, and all these games count in the standings, no matter what division you're playing. So Meyers has to win, basically have to win all three
Yep.
that they have left.
On the road.
Yeah, on the road.
Thrown away by Champ. That's not going to make Jason Kingery happy at all. He's very demonstrative on the sidelines. 19 years coaching, started at the age of 24. He's been in North Carolina, in Virginia, West Virginia, and then finally, with his wife, moved to Berwick 7 years ago. Was the athletic director, Kingery was. And then he's also the basketball coach and a teacher here. And then when Frank Shiptock took over as the athletic director with the Bulldogs, he took over. He just stayed as coach, and he's built a nice program here for the Bulldogs.
Meyers looks like they're going to hold for one, up 4 with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Berwick looks like they might be switching up. They were zone, now they pick up. Looks like they're going to pick up man for the last 15 seconds.
Good cut on the inside. Great find to Soy from Buckner. Steal. Souls. He's got it at the buzzer. And Meyers has come to play to Berwick tonight. And just like that, they open up a 9-point lead after one.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
We are back, Doug. Here's that last play and steal by Souls.
Yeah, Matt Champ a little careless there, and Souls picks it up, turns around, knows exactly how much time is left, and nothing but net for a 9-point lead.
Well, that's where we stand. Meyers coming to play here in Berwick.
Juwan Buckner's first quarter numbers: 9 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. That's a good line for an entire game, let alone one quarter.
Team first.
Soy picks up his first. That's the team first. 3 fouls on Berwick. So Champ takes a seat. Beckhorn in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Beckhorn got a rest for that last possession, 30 seconds plus the quarter, and then got him back in here at the first dead ball.
Ball tossed around. Formola. Easy layup.
Meyers playing great defense. Desoy picks Goddard, saves it. Buckhorn steals it again and then finds Formola ahead. Excellent defense by Meyers his first 9 minutes.
So the Bulldogs, Doug, we mentioned, have won the last 2, but before that lost 5 straight. How much does it weigh on them now? They're down 11. Do they get into that form? Oh, here we go again.
Good job by Markle to knock that one away. Yeah, Bob, you know, they come out 10, they run the first 10 and they're feeling, boy, this might be our year. This is a great year. Then they win 2 out of 3, so they're still feeling good about themselves. And then the meat of the schedule came up, and, you know, they played some really tough teams and they lost 5 straight, but then they won the last 2, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves and still trying to get a seed, a higher seed in the tournament. Nothing's etched in stone just yet.
Flipped over for Morrell, and he comes in off the bench. Hits his 3rd 3 of the season.
Good find. Opposite. When the ball goes inside, you look opposite. Usually a man is open.
Big run by the Mohawks in the last 5 minutes of game time.
They're shooting a great percentage. Well, they're getting good shots, but shooting a great percentage.
Our 2 players of the spotlight players going head to head. That time Beckhorn got the best of it.
Well, you know, if you're Beckhorn and Buckhorn, you want to play their best player. You thrive on this competition.
Desoy gonna push it. He's fouled.
Looks like they might get Merkel from. Yeah, Merkel
That's
here
on
underneath them.
His first, team fourth.
They push it though, don't they, Myers? They like to 29 points already. I mean, that's an awful lot of points. 10 minutes.
Well, they lost to Prep on their first game of the year, and both those teams like to fly at each other, and that's exactly what happened. They went back and forth at opening game up at Scranton Prep before Prep pulled out a close one.
Prep still talks about that game. You know, that was one of their toughest opponents all year. And Myers still talking about that. They'd like to get a shot back and maybe in the district final and try to get another crack at them.
So DeSoy, perfect on the line tonight. 6 points for him and 16-point lead now for the Mohawks. And it's been a while since the Bulldogs have put the ball through the net.
Well, you know, they can't get anything inside, so they're going to have to drive it, which is what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to spread the floor and drive it hard. You can't rely on threes all night long, so we're going to have to get some things going toward the hole.
Team fouls, Berwick with 4, Meyers with 3. Knocked away.
Juwan Buckner doing such a great job defensively.
Turnovers now starting to compile for the Bulldogs, leading to easy points for Meyers.
Well, you know, 4 seniors on the floor there for Meyers too, and Berwick's playing with only 2.
First chance in a while that Berwick has been able to push it, and when they do, Beckhorn does the honors.
Quickly get it out of the net and come right back at you. Berwick likes to do that too, but Meyers got it up in 3 seconds. They got it up the floor. Trying to get Sewell's down inside now.
Sewell's not really the shooter from out there. Does have that 1-3 at the end of the first. Beckhorn to Goddard. Looking for a foul, didn't get it. And he commits one. Nope. Gonna have a timeout by Coach Toole again. So we'll stay right here.
Yeah, he didn't like the shot that Sewell's took. They're trying to post him up. They want him to go inside. They want him to stay inside.
So here's what Meyers has done down the stretch at least. Just one loss to a very good Nanticoke team. And putting up some numbers right in the 50 mark. Tougher one against Coughlin, but for the most part, I've had some easy games except for Nanticoke.
Well, Nanticoke's playing well right now. They're in the mix for that 4 and 5 seed too. There's 4 or 5 teams in that 4 or 5 spot. Wyoming area, Berwick, Nanticoke, and they're all banging heads this week. GAR's at Wyoming area. Nanticoke has Tunkhannock in Wyoming area. So a lot to be decided in the next couple of days.
Like a lot of other schools in our area, Meyers has gone outside of the district to play. They lost to Constitution by 13. They lost to Bethlehem Catholic early in the year by 13 and beat Central Columbia from down here by 14. So trying to get some outside competition.
Yeah, you see the losses. Good spin move there by DeSoy. They lost to Prep, they lost to Berks Catholic, they lost to Constitution, Crestwood, and Nanticoke. All of those teams are very good basketball teams.
All those teams will be in district playoffs. Most of them, I'd say, are going to be in the state playoffs.
I would agree, yeah, I would agree. Now, if you're Berwick, if you want to shoot the 3, you're going to have to go inside and then come back outside.
Here come the Mohawks. Don't have numbers, but that doesn't seem to matter. Buckner straight in. Now it's Bulldog.
Good defense by Berwick there.
Pop shot, Matt Champ downtown. Let's see if that gets them rolling. 29 threes on the year.
That's the time to shoot 3s in transition. Marshman drove it, drew the help, and he knew he was spotted up for the 3.
It's 6 on the night for Champ. 2 of those are 3s.
Yeah, they're trying to post up Sewells. He's still a little further away from the basket than they'd like.
I think that's going to go against Soy, and it will. Held off Berwick, and 3:06 in the half. Can Berwick get back into it? They're down 13. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll come back and get you ready for the half.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
We're back in dog country. Nice crowd on hand for Valentine's evening. Maybe take your honey out to a high school game. Maybe a little dinner before.
I took my honey out to a game.
Yeah.
Nice to be with you.
Yeah, we both will owe our wives for this one, but hey, you got to be somewhere on Valentine's night, right?
Sure. It's Tuesday night.
Yeah. We have all week to make up. All year, too. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone, and welcome to MyTV. Last week of the regular season, throughout the state in basketball. That was Covington, a freshman, who was pushing that.
Little half-court trap there by Meyers. 1-2-2. Covington comes up with a steal, tries to push it, and he's fouled on the way. You know, if you're Berwick, Bob, down 13 with 2:48 to go here, you'd like to maybe see if you can get this to single digits if possible. Don't let it get away from you. Don't let it get up to 18 or 20. Defensive intensity a little bit stronger here now. Straight man-to-man.
There's something to keep an eye on now, Doug. Beckhorn is out with 3 fouls. He's on the bench. He's their leader on the floor, leading scorer, so someone has to pick up that slack.
Yeah, we're going to have to see some other guys pick up the scoring slack.
Vermola couldn't get it.
Gallon probably should have shot that
And
one.
he'll commit the foul.
Yeah. No, that's okay. They're not in the bonus yet. You know, you hate to see a guy commit a foul 94 feet away from the basket, but it's only the team's 4th, so you can live with that if you're Coach Toole.
We mentioned Meyers going outside their district, and as did Berwick. Most of them District 4 teams, wins against Southern Columbia, Bloomsburg, Shamokin, Central.
Yeah, you know, they've surprised those teams down there. They beat Southern Columbia, they beat Shamokin, they beat Hanover, Central Columbia. I don't think those teams, I think these teams thought they had a gimme on the schedule, and Berwick came down and rolled them right over.
Shamokin not what they've been in the past. They lost a lot of players from last year. Hoop and the harm. Buckner going to the line. They're going to score it.
Yeah, here it is. So quick going to the basket. And yeah, Groshik definitely hammered him. But he's so smooth going to the basket, Bob. He's quick off the first dribble. You know, even if you force him to the left, even though they didn't that time, if you force him to the left, he's good at finishing on the left side too. He can draw the help and dump it to Sewells. This guy's a good player.
Shoots 80% from the line. He's got 12 now for Meyers, who's built now a 16-point lead.
Little high 1-2-2 again. They'll trap out in the, trying to force tempo, trying to force Berwick into a hurried shot or a turnover.
Berwick unable to get into that press that they like to run.
Well, if you're Berwick, you need to put somebody on the high post here, and then you have to hit the high post.
Champ, little baby hook, no good.
Like Covington with 2 steals and 2 defensive rebounds already, bringing good minutes out of him.
Willie Wallace, senior in number 24 for the Mohawks. So Pat Toole going to his bench.
Well, you know, with this lead, he's got 2 more. You know, if he wins, he's got to go to GAR, then go to Hazleton. So he can't have his guys too tired.
Foul underneath against Buckner. That'll be his second.
Fouls on Buckner is second. Team 6.
Both teams now with 6 fouls. So on the next foul, they'll be shooting 1-on-1.
Yeah, Manfrey checks in for Meyers as well. And they like this guy too, Gabe Springer. He's a freshman. He plays in the JV game. He's lively. He's got good legs.
Berwick would also like to see Marco get his hand on the ball. He had 28 the other night against Dallas. So he could put it up, but unable so far to get anything going.
If you're Berwick, that's exactly what you need to do. You got to hit the high post, go inside, and then back outside. Just couldn't convert the jumper. I think you might see Meyers pull it out and go for one here.
Coming up at the half, Aaron Dugan will have our halftime report. Take you into the pool with the Pittston area, and then Doug and I will be back for some highlights. Sewell, step back, three. No good. Almost another turnover at the end of a quarter, and Jason Kingery is going to be leading his Bulldogs team in, down 16. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say. Pat Toole on the other side, very happy. So at the half, it's Meyers 36, Berwick 20.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
We are back at Berwick High School. Both teams on the floor getting ready for the second half. Bob-eyed Doug Walsh courtside for this Wyoming Valley Conference battle, Doug. And boy, the surge late in the first quarter really propelled Meyers ahead. And also, Berwick only 5 points in that second quarter.
Yeah, Meyers doing a real good job on the defensive end, taking Berwick out of their game, forcing steals, getting out in transition off their rebounding. Pretty much played a flawless first half.
They did. Let's take a look at some first quarter highlights. And right off the bat, their main man, Buckner, getting it started.
Yeah, you see the skip pass to Juwan Buckner for the three in the corner. And then the answer by Goddard early. And then a good hard drive and a kick out to Matt Champ, one of his 2 threes from that spot. Then you go inside and then outside to give Gallon for the 3 ball.
Second quarter, pretty much the same thing.
Well, you see the steal by Sewells and then up ahead to Formola. And then the skip pass again over to Morrell in the corner for 3. And then Champ again from that spot. You know, Meyers has 4 threes uncharacteristic. You saw 3 of them there, but uncharacteristically they have 4 threes.
Some leading scorers. Buckner has 12, DeSoy 7. On the flip side, Beckhorn 7, Champ 6. And there's what's at stake. District 2 coming up to their playoffs. 8 teams get in. Prep out in front, they'll get the top seed. Then it's GAR, Meyers, Wyoming area with a tough one tonight against GAR. Berwick, Nanticoke, Valley View, Tunkhannock most likely to make it.
Any of those, that 3 through 6 or 3 through 5, they can bounce from, you can go from 6 to 3 or 3 all the way to 6 in the next 2 days. I think Honesdale is probably going to be the odd man out. They have to play Prep, which will put them at 10 and 12. Valley View, if they lose, they'd be 10 and 12, but they beat Honesdale, so I think it's all over but the crying for Honesdale.
Buckner, DeSoy, Formola, Souls, Gilgallen, the starters for Meyers. Same thing on the other side. Beckhorn back in with 3 fouls, out to Goddard. Gets it started.
The first 3 or 4 minutes here for Berwick are going to be important. See if they can get this thing down to manageable numbers, 8, 9, single digits.
They can cut down on the turnovers, they'll have a chance. Points off turnovers just killing them tonight.
Yeah, you can't give this Meyers team that many extra possessions.
DeSoy downtown, his first 3 of the evening.
Boy, Levon Sewell's doing a great job finding his teammates. He's the biggest guy on the floor, and he's got 4 assists going inside and then back outside.
Beckhorn has 9.
Good answer by Beckhorn.
Into Souls. He missed it.
I think if you were Meyers, you're probably going to try to get Sewells involved on the inside.
Coach Kingery, what'd you tell him at the half? They weren't in there a long time.
No, a little gut check. Let's get back here, play a little intensity. You know, obviously they didn't play as well as they'd like. I think the The kids know that. The coach knows that. And let's go out, start all over again, see if we can get back in this thing.
Well, last year they had a great run at the end of the season as a foul on the floor, and they kind of surprised some people in District 2 AAA. Made it all the way to the finals. And of course, lost to Scranton Prep. But still, you know, not too bad. They lost at Peter Strasburg in the first round of the playoffs, but great experience.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they got to the tournament, you know, and that's the first time in quite some time they got to the tournament. So it's a learning experience. It's something to build on. Sewell's with the steal off the inbounds play. He's got quick hands. He's the on-ball defender and taking the ball out of bounds, and he tipped it soft and went right to him, and then he starts the break the other way.
Here is Pat Toole, 13th season with this Mohawk team. They've had some great squads in the past, 3 times a District 2 champ. Made some runs in states over the years. 2016 lost to Camp Hill, and the big one, 2014, made it to the Eastern Finals before losing to Constitution by 11.
He used to wear the stripes too. He wasn't a bad official at one time.
Souls gets his own rebound.
They tried a little back screen for the lob to Sewells. The pass was just a little too tough for him to handle. They would have tried to throw it down, but Beckhorn told him he's not going to dunk today, so he still hasn't gotten that dunk yet. He's did a great job on the glass.
He did. To Buckner and a hard foul. Go to the line to shoot 2. Matt Champ wasn't too happy about Meyers running, especially on his home floor.
Yeah, a combination of I'm not going to let him get it and a little bit of frustration. Buckner comes up a little gimpy. Here you see it, the push ahead by DeSoy off the rebound. And the hard foul. Clean. Nothing dirty there, I don't think. Buckner's such a good foul shooter. You want to make him make the 2 foul shots, but I'd say that you can put these in the book.
80%, 2 for 2 on the night.
Yeah,
perfect from the line.
The net doesn't even move when he makes them.
Biggest lead of the night for the Mohawks, 19.
Yeah, they're doing just about everything they want tonight. Everything's been going pretty smooth for them. Everything they're doing is done well. Oh, nice move. Got Gilgallen up in the air.
Beckhorn trying to do his best. He is 11.
Well, they said they wanted to keep Beckhorn out of the lane.
Everything is going the Meyers Mohawks way. Souls puts it in.
Souls likes that mid-range 15-foot jumper, 12 to 15-foot jumper. There's Champ again. Coach Toole yelling, "Get out on him." I think you probably could have heard it.
Who is 9 points, all from three-point land.
Yeah, and that was pretty deep, that one.
DeSoy, no one picking him up.
Yeah, the defense for Berwick is it's kind of non-existent here today. Meyers is getting to the basket. They're getting the ball in the post. They're getting wide open threes.
I have the fortune or misfortune to be sitting next to Coach Kingery, who's sitting next to us pretty close with his arms folded. Beckhorn downtown, and Coach wants a timeout.
Timeout on the floor.
Yeah. He wants to talk to his players.
So 3:52 remaining. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 15-point lead for Meyers. Back in Berwick, and there you just see what has happened to the Bulldogs down the stretch. A lot of L's in there. Very good teams, Valley West, Hazleton, Crestwood, GA, Nantico, all playoff-style teams, but you want to be a playoff team yourself, you got to win those games.
Yeah, you got to sneak a couple of them out. Now Wyoming and area and Dallas are playoff teams as well, so I mean they feel comfortable playing in that environment. But you know, look at that. Look at Valley West, Hazelton, Crestwood, JR. I mean, they're four of the best teams, and Valley West especially is playing much better now. Even though they're only 10-10, they're playing much better right now.
Same thing happened in those games. That's happening right here. Turnovers, not able to make their shots. Missed assignments on the defensive end. Kind of a young team, just a couple seniors. You mentioned that.
Yeah, and you'll have that with a young team. Some indecision, some poor defense here and there, lack of communication, but that comes with time, comes with experience.
Souls likes that little mid-range you mentioned, and he uses the bank for that.
You see Beckhorn, strong, good drive to the basket. You know, up until that last two possessions, they did a good job of keeping Beckhorn out of the lane. Well, he was in foul trouble too. He's on the bench. I mean, you can't get in the lane that way. But the game plan, one of the keys was to keep Beckhorn out of the lane. And up until the last two possessions, Meyers has done a pretty good job of that.
Just too easy to get into the lane, and it's been a storyline all night long for Berwick.
Yeah, they're getting beat off the dribble way too high. You know, and Meyers was shooting it well, so you're a little skeptical about going zone. So they're kind of in between a rock and a hard place. Berwick is. The way Meyers is playing today, though, I think they could beat almost anybody.
Blue 13. Fouls on Buckner, his third, team second.
Yeah, two hands on him. Like Meyers says, he's got two hands on him. That's automatic.
Justin Groshek, senior, into the game for Berwick, placing Markle, who takes a quick seat.
Morrell will give Buckner a rest as well on the Meyers side.
Champ gonna go to the line. Matt Champ, a 6'3" senior.
Sewell says, well, if I can't dunk it, you're not coming in the lane either. You know, when these post players, they're a little selfish. They think they own the inside, and nobody's supposed to come in to their territory.
Basketball is a game of matchups, you know, from refereeing and from coaching. Did it look like Berwick even matched up closely with Meyers tonight going in?
Yeah, you know, offensively, I thought they did. I'm a little shocked about Meyers getting almost anything they want like that on the offensive end. The defense for Berwick is a little suspect tonight.
Souls has 8 in this quarter alone.
You know, too, we said one of the keys to the game was Meyers needed to control the boards. There's only been 2 offensive rebounds for Berwick. The entire game. Looks like we got a charge. Well, they said they weren't going to let Sewells get the dunk, but it took him a while, but it looks like he got it with authority. That's quick getting up. That's not easy to just get up like that, too, off of two feet. Does a lot of good things, Levon Sewells. Ooh.
Coach Toole have any idea next level for him?
I'll tell you what, if I was a local college guy, I'd be taking a good hard look at this guy and Buckhorn as well. Those two guys, you know, too, when you get guys that played together in high school and you can bring them along into the college game and maybe play on the same team, that'd really be a coup for a local college team.
Looks like a PSAC type player too.
Yeah, they're strong. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And you know they could each put some weight on them, make them strong, make themselves stronger too. Good defense by Damon Beckhorn on DeSoy.
DeSoy just having his way tonight.
So strong. I mean, he's not the biggest, not the tallest guard in the world, but he's strong going to the basket.
Yeah, 16 for him. A quick shot by Berwick doesn't go in, and you're giving another opportunity to Meyers.
I think now for the rest of the game, not that they're going to stall it, but they're going to, I mean, I guess they'll stall it now because there's only 40 seconds to go, but they're probably going to run some clock. Well, guess not.
Quick chance for Berwick. Goddard, Beckhorn. Blocked by Gilgallen. DeSoy, 3-on-2. Foul.
Gilgallen, what a play. Wow. He sized them up, timed it perfectly. And you know the thing about it, that's the old, what Bill Russell used to say. Here it is, you see it. And he keeps this in play. Watch, he doesn't, a lot of guys would knock that all the way out of bounds. He keeps it in play, and then he has the smarts to throw it up ahead to DeSoy. That was a great play.
DeSoy perfect from the line. Keeps that string going, 5 for 5. Some substitutions coming in on both sides. Springer, the freshman, for Meyers in number 44, along with Morrell. Kyle Pearson, number 52 for Berwick. A 6'1", 265, a football player by trade, one of the best in the state.
You know, as we said before, too, Coach Toole getting some guys some playing time and finish out this quarter, maybe do 2 or 3 minutes to start the next quarter, and then come back one more time with his stars.
Get him a little run in and then give him a break.
Well, you know, you're going to need these guys at some point later on.
So Meyers extends their lead to 20 over Berwick as we head to the 4th. Meyers back, up by 20, 57-37. Matt DeSoy having a good night, taking over now as the leading scorer, has 18. And pretty much Meyers has done what they wanted at will.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the keys to the game. Berwick need to be efficient offensively. They're not really doing that. Try to get second chance points. They have gotten only 2 offensive rebounds and no second chance points.
Well, here's a chance now. Beckhorn fouled underneath. He'll go to the line.
Got Formola up in the air, and he had no place to go but to land on him. Yeah, you see the good hard drive, and then Formola gets caught up in the air on the pump fake, and pretty hard foul there. You know, when you're having a bad night, everything goes wrong.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
63% shooter, Beckhorn. Too good. Had some good nights this year against Seminary. Hit 24, hit 3 threes in that game, and against Hazleton area, picked up 25, and also had 3 from downtown.
Oh, he's definitely a good player, and he's only a junior too, so they have that to look forward to.
Ball over to the Bulldogs. One thing you know with Berwick, they will not give up.
No, and that's a credit to the coach. You see him, he's such a fired up guy, Jason Kingery. He's not going to let his team quit. You know, too, when you're down like this too, not that you want to use this as a practice, but you can't get this kind of defense in practice that you do every day. So this is a good learning experience.
Hear
for
Pat Toole yell on that foul. Didn't like that one. Here we see it again.
Yeah, it used to be a series, you make the call. Yeah, maybe the left hand was on it for Gilgallen. At home, down 20, you're going to get that call. For 19 anyway.
Goddard's been quiet. Came in, averaging 16 points per game, their leading scorer.
Well, credit Gilgallen for taking him out of the game. Did a nice job defensively on him. Coach Toole gave him that assignment.
Well, he plays more of a 5, a 4 to 5. I think he's more of a 2, don't you think?
You know, and he's got a good body, and he shoots it well too. So he may have a future as well.
Again, I think it's just a matchup problem for Berwick.
Yeah. Well, you look at Gilgallen, he looks like he's maybe 6'3"-ish or so, maybe a little taller than that, maybe 6'4".
Mm-hmm. He can shoot from the outside. He's another guy. He's play a MAC type player.
Yeah,
He can shoot from the outside.
Good rebounder, good shot blocker, as we saw before. Meyers has a lot of good pieces.
They always have.
Boy, that's a good move. Wow.
Well, it's down to 15. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do in the last 6.5.
Yeah, credit Jason Kingery. Berwick talking to them in fourth quarter. There's no quit. Let's not fold up the tent just yet.
DeSoy, backdoor cut.
A good backdoor cut and a good find by Formola.
Champ puts it back in. Jason Kingery is going to take a 30.
Yeah, he wants to talk to his guys. Looking at the score, 15. Still got a shot. Still got a shot. 6:13 to go.
So we take you back 7 years, right before Christmas, and Berwick, not really known as a basketball town back then. And Meyers put it on them, 79-38, but quite a turnaround last couple of years for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was before Jason Kingery got here, and they've been a lot better since that game right there, that's for sure. He's got this program on the upswing.
There's Coach Toole. Looking like a big meeting coming up with JR over in Wilkes-Barre.
Well, the Mohawks and their faithful are certainly rooting for Sammy Greenfield and Wyoming area to knock off JR tonight. Make that game a little bit more interesting on Thursday.
Formola got lost, but coming back to make the stop, Groshek. The Soy seems like a tough matchup for Berwick. He's making a lot of good cuts, and whoever's guarding him having a tough time.
Well, he's strong. He's small, but he's strong. Consummate point guard, though, does everything well. Takes it strong to the hole, sets his teammates up. Speaking of strong to the hole.
Yeah, Buckner. Souls the block.
You know, getting back to Buckner, even when he gets bumped in the air and he gets pushed off a little bit, he still finishes. Meyers spreading the floor now, gonna run some time and then throw it away, I guess.
Champ. Blocked away. Formola kind of hanging back. They found him.
Boy, great defense by Sewell's, hustling back, and then Gilgallen with the baseball pass, almost full court. That's the second one he's made tonight, that long full court pass for a basket. It's a quality team, Meyers.
Yeah, both ends too.
Yeah.
Tough matchup. You have a couple 6'4" guys in there. Good guards.
Yeah.
Game will be interesting against GAR. They're going to get the offensive foul against Beckhorn. That will be his fourth.
Yeah, Eric Lawson. I think he stood in there. Let's see if he's set. Yeah, it looks like he's, he may have slid a little bit, but I think it's a good call. You're allowed to move backwards or sideways. Spreading the floor, Meyers. Trying to get backdoor cuts or somebody take their man off the dribble. Coach Toole calling out instructions.
Big defensive play. Goddard kind of taking his time. But if they get lucky, they'll get a foul on Meyers.
Get Sewells maybe over the top, I think, on the rebound. Oh, no, okay.
For excuse me, Morrell.
Yeah, Steve Morrell.
His third foul. 8 teams fouls on Meyers, 3 on Berwick. This sends Matt Champ to the line again.
Well, if he can make some fouls, maybe he can get back in this. You know, they're 4:17 to go. They're 1-1, and Meyers is nowhere near the bonus, so if you can drive it hard and maybe get some offensive rebounds, you can get to the foul line if you're Berwick.
Well, those are two big ones. Now you get to set up a press. When you have a guy like Buckner, though, he can break anything. And then can put it in the basket.
Yeah. You know, and I think Meyers likes it when you press them. They'd rather go up tempo. You know, a lot of times two teams press you, they'll take it over the timeline and then they'll back it out. I always thought when a team presses you, they're gambling, so make them pay for the gamble. And I think that's what Meyers does pretty well.
The Soy.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Yeah, just like that. You know, when somebody presses you, you want to attack them. They're double teaming. They're taking a chance in the backcourt. So if you look ahead, you'll find the open man.
Oh, Beckhorn now 2 in a row. But still, they can't get it under 15.
No, Meyers always has an answer.
Trying to get some numbers. Short Goddard. Own rebound. Soy is going to pull it back. Foul on the floor will lead us to our last media timeout of the evening. 2:58 remaining. 17-point lead for Meyers.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
Well, the championship schedule is set for District 2. And remember, 12 games this year, six classifications. It starts on Thursday, March 2nd, goes to Friday, and then Saturday. And boy, you want to get down there at least one day, but maybe Saturday is your best day, Doug.
Yeah, there's going to be some good games, those finals on Saturday. 6A competition, 5A. A lot of different matchups than you normally would see this year because of the new classifications.
You get one ticket, you can stay all day. You leave, you have to get another one. So make a trip. If you're going to go down, go for the day.
Pack a lunch.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they'll let you bring the lunch in, but. Well, Beckhorn's hit the last 3 shots for Berwick. DeSoy had another one.
I'll tell you what, there's some good players in this game, I'll tell you that. Beckhorn, Buckhorn, Sewells, Gilgallen. There's a lot of good players on the floor. Goddard.
20 for Buckner, 24 for DeSoy. Oh, Markle makes his name known. Trying to get the 3-point play. It's been pretty silent, just 2 in the first quarter.
You know, 2 Berwick with Beckhorn, Markle, Marshman, Norris, juniors. They're looking ahead next year. They're okay. And on the flip side, there are some good young players here for Meyers, but they're losing 4 of their first 5. So
doesn't always seem to matter with them.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Have to always find the players in Wilkes-Barre.
You might not be rebuilding. You might be reloading if you're Meyers. Yeah.
But who knows what's going to happen with the schools too?
Yeah. Right.
Will they merge? Will they not merge? And then that sets up a whole unique situation.
DeSoy better off bouncing that to Springer. Tough pass to handle.
So, Doug, we mentioned the championship games. Let's talk about that 4A. Prep the top seed, number 2 in the state. They win the district title. They are the favorite, of course. Maybe Meyers number 2. They're going to have to play in the second round if they win the first round. The top team in the state. If you're the 2 seed out of District 2, as we get a downtown shot from Covington, you may have a better road to get to the semis.
Yeah, you know, it's a crazy. I would think that I would like to see them seed the tournament after you see who's in it. You know, rather than have them already determined who's playing who.
Of course, the PIAA, people don't know that they've already have out their schedule, who plays who for what district. And if you have more teams in the district or more schools in that district, you get a couple more spots.
Yeah.
Like if you're a 4A or 3A or 2A.
Well, if you're the second seed, you get an easier first game and a harder second game. If you're the top seed, you get a semi-difficult first game, and then the second one's supposed to be a little easier. So I don't know if they.
That's not going to be the case.
No,
most likely for District 2.
Probably not. No, probably not. Yeah.
You know, you like to see Prep and Newman. Let's just say it's Prep or District 2. To play in the semifinal, an Eastern Final, as people would call it back, in the day.
Right.
Not so much now, but
Yeah.
that's what you like to see. Not in the second round.
Well, you look back in the girls' side a couple years ago. Dunmore played, who was at Newman Goretti in the semifinal, the quarterfinals, and that was pretty much the state championship game. They had an easy road the rest of the way.
They've
Newman
lost.
Goretti.
Dunmore, the Lady Bucks, have lost to Newman the last 3 years.
Yeah. Right.
You know. Like Gamery waves that one off.
Gabe Springer inside the rim, was he?
Yeah, a little bit. So it will be an interesting District 2 playoffs from every class, boys and girls. There's been some good basketball, and I would say no clear-cut favorite. There could be an upset here and there. It happens.
Yeah, in this 4A bracket, that's I think it's the hardest one in the state tournament too, the 4A. You know, while we were talking there, we had an offensive goaltending by a freshman, which is pretty Gabe Springer. So the future's bright for Meyers, I guess.
He'll be 6'5", and maybe a little larger next year. As we said, they might lose a couple guys, but it's not going to matter. So a big surge at the end of the first quarter into the second quarter really has jumped Meyers now up to a big 15th victory away, and their showdown is set at GAR on Thursday. That won't settle it, though, because Meyers will have to play Hazelton on Friday. So the final score here from Berwick. Meyers 75, Berwick 62. When we come back, we'll have our players in the game, and we'll talk to the winning coach.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
So Meyers heads into Bulldog country and pulls off a 13-point win, their 15th win of the year, and the showdown set at GAR coming up on Thursday. We are back in Berwick. We're with our players of the game. We'll start with Matt DeSoy. And Matt, you had a little tough early going, but you went back and forth. A big surge towards the first quarter. How's it feel to get the win?
Definitely feels great. We definitely needed this one. We came into this game saying we can't lose this game. I think we all stepped up great as a team. I think we executed well. I think we executed Coach's game plan just as he wanted us to.
Talk to me about the game plan coming in, and did you execute it?
We came in really focusing on playing a full game, 4 quarters, and I definitely think we got off to a little bit of a slow start, but we picked it up. I think we put together close to 4 quarters at least.
Well, just said a GAR is set for Thursday. That's a big rivalry for you. What do you think about that game?
Of course, it's going to be a battle. It always is, no matter what. Going to go in there, play our games. Hopefully we'll put together a complete 4 quarters, come out with the W.
Okay, Matt, good luck to that. We'll bring in Juwan Buckner right now. You started this game with a 3. You had your way, it looked like, on the inside early on.
Yeah. I felt good coming in. Got a lot of warm-up shots, a lot of warm-up threes. That was it.
Talk to me about the way you guys run your offense. How fun is that?
It's fun. Coach, other teams just play like playground ball. We got a real offense. We run real plays, and Coach is good at it.
What do you think about this meeting GAR on Thursday?
Man, it's going to be a tough battle. Will Johnson, good. Keyshawn Palmer, but we got this. I think we're going to win.
Good luck, guys, okay? We'll bring in Coach Toole now, and we'll let you guys go to the locker room. And Coach, you're kind of a matchup problem for a Berwick. You have a lot of size inside with the 2 big guys, and you have some great guards on the outside.
Yeah, well, we thought we had some advantages. I try to always tell the kids it's about team basketball. It doesn't matter who's scoring the points. As long as on the Meyers side, they're going up. And I thought we did a good job. Levon Souls, didn't get a lot of buckets inside, but I know he had a ton of assists.
Are you playing your best ball right now?
I can hope we play a little bit better, but we're getting there. We're getting better. I think our roles are starting to be defined. Again, we have some defensive lapses, some turnovers, things to clean up always. But we're going to have to play a great game on Thursday.
Yeah, every year the goals are simple. You want a division title. To get a division title, first you have to go through GAR.
It always is, and it's a rivalry like no others. It's Duke, North Carolina, but our kids will be excited about it, and we're going to get to the drawing board now and try to figure out how we're going to stop them.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll bring Doug Walsh back in, and I said, are you playing your best ball to Coach Toole? And we said it looks like it.
Well, they need to continue what they did tonight on Thursday night. It appears as though, I don't know if it's unofficial, but Wyoming area may have beaten GAR, so it all comes down to Thursday night's game. Well, Meyers will still have to win another one, but they'd have the leg up if they did beat GAR on. So that should be a great game on Thursday.
Back on the other side, Berwick, too many points off the turnover, too many turnovers. They have some things to correct, but they could be a nuisance in the district playoffs.
Well, you don't want to face Berwick, because they shoot it well. They got two good athletes. They rebound it well. Coach will have them ready to play, Coach Kingery. But, you got to credit Meyers' defense. Meyers did a great job defensively, controlling the glass, controlling the tempo. Meyers played very well tonight.
So a big win for Meyers coming into Berwick, the final 75-62. Our next game on WQMY My TV will have the District 4 Championships coming up March 3rd. We don't know who's in that quite yet, but stay tuned for that in a couple weeks. So for the entire sports crew here at Fox 56 Sports, for Doug Walsh, this is Bob I saying so long from Berwick.
You're watching High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.